Hi, welcome back to the True Julo YouTube channel. My name is Fanchon Cox. I am a development executive and producer at Pearl Street Films, and I'm also the creator of True Julo Media. And True Julo is here to uplift stories that speak truth in pursuit of justice and service of love. Check us out at truejulo.com. You can sign up for our monthly newsletter to learn about all the things that we have going on. So this video is how to be confident as a BIPOC filmmaker, or some people say BIPOC. I am here to uplift and to help bring into this industry Black folks, brown folks, Asian folks, Indigenous folks, folks whose voices have not been heard enough in Hollywood. That's why I'm here. That's what this channel is about. If that's not you, then feel free to stay and listen and learn and also interact with us in the comments. But really, this is about changing the face of Hollywood. And for those of you who are Black, brown, Indigenous, and Asian filmmakers, you belong here, and don't let anybody ever tell you any different. This channel is really just to help ease you in. If you've always dreamt about working in Hollywood, this is to let you know that it is attainable. It's something you can do. So thanks for joining. If you like these videos, please subscribe to the channel, share it with friends and family, share it with colleagues, and also please give this video a like. If at any point you're feeling like, you know what, this is a good video, go ahead and give it a like as well. So I want to tell you really quickly what I do as a development executive. My daily job is to listen to people or read people's materials and then invite them in to actually pitch their materials to try to get their projects made. And I notice very often that cisgendered white men have this level of confidence, and actually they tend to fall more into the category of cocky and come in and just tell me, this is an Oscar-winning script, you have to read this. Whereas women, and especially Black and brown women, Indigenous women, Asian women, they generally might be more hesitant. Non-binary people as well, more hesitant or even apologetic about making the meeting or pitching the project. Don't let that be you. We're going to talk today about what is the difference. Where do you draw that line between confidence and cocky, between confidence and arrogance? But most importantly, I want you to finish this video knowing that you can do this. You belong here. Bring your skills. Know that you can do this. So first, I'm going to just share some basics around what I see when I hear pitches and how I think that they could be improved and really help the person present themselves as confident. And then after those, I'm going to introduce you to some friends who work in the industry or work in other industries and understand about confidence. They display it. They know what it looks like. They're going to be sharing also, where do you draw that line between confidence and cocky? So some basics. Number one, smile. Now, let's be clear. I am not trying to say that you need to just okie doke your way and smile all the time, especially when folks are not treating you well, especially when you're being oppressed, especially in an industry that has ignored you or disappeared you. I'm not saying to go in and have a fake smile. I'm saying to go in and genuinely smile because you love the content that you are pitching. You're going to feel nervous too. It's always a bit of an awkward situation. It's kind of like auditioning, but the best thing you can do is smile genuinely. So before you go into pitch, you can remember what makes you smile, what makes you feel good. I always think about my nephew Solomon. Like literally, this child, no matter what he says, he makes me smile. And sometimes I don't even want to hear what he has to say, but everything he has to say, look, it's already happening to me. It makes me smile. What do you have that you know is that automatic feel-good thing you have? It makes you smile. Before you go into a pitch, before you go meet with somebody, just imagine that thing, imagine that person, or even better, call that person. Again, it's not for them, it's for you. It's for feeling really good on the inside. Next, very basic, but so important, is to know your material. When you are pitching a project, be on your ish. Make sure that you've done all the research, you have all the answers. If somebody asks you, where was this character born? Or if you've got an intricate sci-fi project or horror project, you've got to be able to explain why the things happen the way they do. So do your scientific research, do your historical research. Basically, what I like to say is you are the smartest person in the room about this story, and they've got to feel that. Doesn't mean that you have to tell them everything, but it does mean that you're walking in being the expert of your content. All right, now, if you watched my video on how to find stories to produce, you will know that one of the things that I think is so important is our name. Every time we're in a new room, we're gonna be introducing ourselves, and the first thing that somebody's gonna hear about you is your first name. Well, especially us, Black and Brown and Indigenous and Asian folks, we often have some interesting names, right? And it's a beautiful thing. Well, start with that. Start in that room telling the story of your name, or what does it mean? What has it meant for you? There are stories behind your name. Watch that video, How to Find Stories to Produce, so you can learn a little bit more about how I use my name and how you can use your name to really enter into a room with confidence and tell a story about your name. All right, this is what I've said since the beginning of this video. This is what you're gonna hear me say over and over in these videos. Know that you belong here. Imposter syndrome is real. I feel it. You gon' feel it. There are days when I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing here. I don't know how I got here. But you've got to quiet that voice and know that you belong. You walk in there knowing that they need you. They need you to tell this special and unique story that only you can tell. All right, and the last basic for you is that you do have to think about where the line is drawn between confidence and arrogance, because confidence is going to take you everywhere. It does mean that you know you belong in that room, and they will feel that. But arrogance, that's where you want to draw the line. I've experienced people telling me they're going to win an Oscar. Well, first of all, Oscars don't even really mean that much because they weren't made for us. But second of all, what if you are focused on telling an incredible story? What if you are focused on changing the world? What if you are focused on impact? I'd much rather hear you be confident about that and about your story than come up with some honestly racist and sexist measure of whether or not we're good storytellers. So where do you draw that line between confidence and cocky? I want to know from you. Please add to the comments. Where do you draw that line? And are you comfortable being arrogant or cocky? If you are, let us know why and let us know how that's working out for you. So now I'm so excited to introduce to you some of my dear friends. So I put a call out on social media asking folks to send me a video of what is the difference between confidence and arrogance, or what is the difference between confident and cocky. These folks are stage managers, they're directors, they're producers, they work at studios, they are professional screenwriters working on TV, they are multi-hyphenates, they do lots of different things. So the first person you're gonna meet is Havilah Malone. She is a TV and radio host. She's got a YouTube channel, so I'll be linking that down below, and here she is.
Confidence is about believing in yourself and your vision. It's about the ability to hold your head up high no matter what challenges that you face, and choosing to persistently follow your path and be in alignment with your vision no matter what. It's knowing that you're worth it. Cocky, on the other hand, is thinking you know it all, and the inability to acknowledge the value and contribution that others bring to the table in addition to your talents and abilities. Being cocky is usually a smokescreen. It's usually people who have low self-esteem.
All right, I'm so excited about this next person. This is Jalysa Conway. I have the incredible, this is a real privilege. Jalysa is attached to a project as a showrunner that I've been fortunate to watch her pitch. Truly, she is one of the best people I've ever seen pitch, and she's working professionally. She has written on Grey's Anatomy. She is a writer now. She'll let you know what she's writing on right now. And she is a mentee of the fabulous, and I know you know this name, Shonda Rhimes. So listen to what Jalysa has to say about the difference between confident and cocky.
Hi, I'm Jalysa Conway, television writer and producer for 911 Lone Star on Fox. And what is the difference between being confident and being cocky? Well, if you walk into a room as a producer, a young producer, you walk into a room of buyers, studios, and you go in knowing your worth, knowing your value, and knowing what skill set you're going to bring to the table for their project, that's being confident. You know yourself. On the other hand, if you go into a room thinking it's all about me, what can you do for me? It's the me show. That is being cocky. You got to remember, TV and film is about being collaborative. It's a collaborative team environment. So you have to think about, what can I bring to the team? Not, I am the star of the show and what can you do for me?
That's good, right? Collaboration, teamwork. Now, this next one, y'all might ask me, now, how's she going to talk about these cisgender white men? And now she's actually got a cisgender white man on this, giving examples. And this is exactly why, because the truth is they are still making a lot of the decisions around who gets funded in Hollywood. And this is one of the good ones. This is somebody who I trust as a filmmaker, as a producer. He's a playwright. He's got a podcast. I'll link that down in the description below. But here's what Jonas Oppenheim has to say about the difference between confident and cocky.
Hi, I'm Jonas Oppenheim. I'm a really great producer, director, and writer. And I'm here to tell you that being cocky is a kind of arrogance that you perform to make it seem like your work is really good, but you really just want to be hired on your personality because your work probably isn't good enough. Whereas confidence is something that you have because you have faith in yourself, because you've done the work and you're ready for whatever it is that you're asking for or you're trying to accomplish. And that comes from over and over again, finishing the thing you start, presenting it to people, seeing it through all the way, and believing that you'll be able to do that the next time. And if you're able to do all those things, you're as worthy as anyone else who's up for that job or trying to do what you're trying to do. And you don't have to tell everyone how great you are. Your work will speak for itself.
You like how Jonas gave you the actual example of arrogance. You see, so clearly he's an actor as well. Now, next is my heart, my very, very dear friend, Chandra Crudup. She's a choreographer, she's a mom, she's a model, and on top of all of that, she's the Associate Dean for Inclusive Design for Equity and Access at Arizona State University. That is a mouthful, and truly that represents who Chandra is, because she does it all.
There is a line. Where that line is and how it is perceived of being crossed has much more to do with the individual perceiving the person as confident or cocky, not as much with the actual person. As a Black woman, confidence can be perceived as being cocky because we are not socialized to expect that type of confidence from a Black woman. From my lens, if someone is confident, they are able to own their strengths and walk daily using those strengths to benefit not just themselves, but others. They're able to celebrate self, but also critique self. They're actually aware of the areas they need to grow, and they don't hide these areas that need growth behind their strengths as a way to be overly confident and not expose their weakness. For me, an honesty about areas that need to grow demonstrates a significant amount of strength and confidence. Transparent self-awareness that radiates strength includes who has supported them in the development of those strengths while acknowledging the areas that need growth. That is what keeps one tethered to the confidence side of this line.
And finally, we have Julie Harris Walker. She is the Director of Production, Equity, and Inclusion at Warner Media, y'all, the gigantic studio. She's also the producer and host of The Other 50%, which is all about highlighting women working in film and TV. Here's what she has to say about the difference between confident and cocky.
So the fine line between confident and cocky. You need to portray confidence, that you believe in your idea, that you are competent, that you're going to be able to deliver what you say you're going to deliver, so that people don't have to worry about you, so that they know they can count on you to do the thing to accomplish the great idea that you have. But the other part is that people want to know that they want to work with you. And if you're too cocky, no one wants to work with that guy. There has to be an element of humility, of curiosity, of the ability to collaborate. And I think that's where the fine line is. You have to be curious. You have to be collaborative. If you're too cocky, who wants to work with that guy?
All right, family. What do you think? What is the difference between cocky and confident? Where do you draw that line? Let's interact with one another. Let's share with one another so that we know how we can go about this and get our stories told. This is our opportunity to build that community and that collaboration that Jalysa talked about, that Julie Harris Walker talked about. What if we work together in community to change Hollywood so that we see our stories and we are the ones that are telling our stories? Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, watch the other videos on the channel, subscribe to the channel, share this video with other folks. I'm here to just uplift you and keep you here in this industry so that we're not so alone in it. Let's all work together.